Hello and welcome to another episode of One Fall WrestleCast. I'm sure this is no surprise to anybody, certainly not to me and Tom, but Derek's not here. I don't know if he's coming, I don't know if he's not coming. I mean, it is what it is. But in the meantime, Tom and I have plenty of good things that we would like to discuss. We would like to discuss the creative that takes place at AEW these days. It's come under fire recently, and I'd like to really just give that a little go. Word on the street is that the Miz might be getting a makeover. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and then the wrestling fan world seems to be pretty upset with Roman Reigns and the way that he is a part-time champion, as the internet tends to do. Can't wait to discuss this and yeah, a bunch more cool stuff, I'm sure.
Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
So, dude,
Not much, buddy. What's going on with you? We're missing a little buddy.
I mean, I'm not surprised, you know.
I mean, I'm not either. I'm just saying we're missing a little buddy.
That dude's inconsistent at best. I mean,
The only thing he's consistent at is being inconsistent.
goddamn ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. I don't know what else to do here, man. You know, like, I'm not going to bother to send him a text message. Like, I just don't care. I just don't care.
How are we supposed to, awaken him?
You know, I just, there's just a lot of shit these days that I just don't care about anymore, you know?
Then he's going to be like,
And
oh,
he's
sorry,
fucking one of them.
had to cut the front yards, backyards.
Oh, speak of the devil, he decides to fucking join us.
Oh,
Like,
there he is.
you
Look
know,
at
I
him.
mean, thank God that he can fit us into his busy fucking schedule.
I'm so
Whatever,
glad that
dude.
know.
You just don't care. You just
I don't.
care.
I just don't. I really don't. I don't.
I took the time to go ahead and watch our show. Our show. Before I joined it.
Oh.
Our show started 4 minutes ago, bud.
Yeah, pal. 2 minutes
Actually,
and
2 minutes
46
and 45
seconds
seconds ago.
But, you know, I mean, we always do this thing before I hit record, you know, where we kind of talk about what we're going to talk about. But you wouldn't know that because you haven't been there
Let's
for
go
that
in blind.
conversation
Let's go in blind like Jim
8
Ross.
months.
Let's go in blind like Jim Ross.
That's best case scenario.
He's
You
saying
know? I
he
mean,
skips. He doesn't come talk with us on purpose because if he does, we won't get the candid responses.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
adjust
candid
your hat
responses.
and tell us what the fuck we're going to talk about tonight.
I've already told everybody what we're going to talk about. So,
All
I
right,
mean, I
great.
know
Let's do
if
it.
you would have been here for that.
I
you
don't
would
need
have
to be here for
understood
that.
That's
Let's
how
do
this tempo
Let's
works.
do it.
And by the way, I appreciate that you hung your Double or Nothing stupid fucking vintage poster on the wall back there. Okay, but your camera angle sucks. All right, your face sucks. Your haircut sucks. Your glasses suck. Like, you just suck.
Oh, all right,
I'll take off the glasses.
Okay.
Does that
All right.
I'm not in the mood
I'm
for
a
your
little
fucking
red.
bullshit tonight, pal. So, like, you're gonna fucking sit there. You're gonna pay attention. You're gonna be quiet. You speak when spoken to. Do you understand?
What's attention?
There we go. Exactly.
Are you done? Can we fucking have a show?
I mean, Tom and I were trying to have a show, and then you just, you know, thought that you could just drop in here and just, you know, fuck everything all up. The
Let's
funk
do it.
Tom, how you been?
Hey, let's stop
Tom,
fighting.
you having a
about
good
it.
day?
Let's do it, eh? Am I having a good day? Yeah, I think so. I think I'm having
All
a
right,
good day.
great.
It's been a pretty eventful day. I beat Spider-Man 2.
Awesome.
It was pretty good. Yeah. It's been a good day.
I've
let's
been
get
started.
playing a
little
What
bit of
are we talking
Street
about
Fighter
today?
6. Like maybe
Was
we
there
should
wrestling?
hook up on
Was
that.
there wrestling this week?
Yeah, there was lots of wrestling
Spider-Man
this
2.
week.
Was there wrestling this week?
Most of which Derek probably didn't watch, you know, and then wants to come in here and try to do a wrestling podcast type show. You know, but
I mean,
Derek, you know, I mean, he probably couldn't be bothered with all them lawns and weeds and bombs and booms down in the holler. Okay, I mean, neighbors fucking setting off fucking propane tanks with fucking M80s and shit, like whatever the fuck happens down there.
They're my neighbors. They're good people. This is my life.
Hey, so
sorry.
did y'all see that Tyson Fury had a boxing match against MMA former UFC champion Francis Ngannou?
I did.
There's Saudi Arabia.
I did.
How'd you see who was sitting ringside there?
I did.
Vinnie Mac, The Undertaker, and Kane.
You beat me to it. You beat me to the joke.
No, listen, I'm sure that a lot of that has to do with like the fact that my man just had spinal surgery, right? But
I mean, he's also like what, 80 years old?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Let him be. He's allowed.
I mean,
now.
He's allowed to show weakness at
this fuck up
at this point.
Did he fuck up like yesterday morning whenever he was like tidying up his porn stash? He looks like he cut half of it off.
He might have.
Well, no, now he's going like, I'm gonna fucking rape you with my cane, bitch. That's kind of his new gimmick.
I don't think that's a gimmick.
I don't think that's a gimmick either. I think that.
Oh, do you think he really does that?
I think what you said is insensitive and.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. How's it feel to be insensitive?
Good. It's good.
What's it like?
I mean, at least he's honest.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of caring in my heart.
We're gonna get canceled.
No love in his heart. It's only hate.
We're gonna get canceled because of you, Derek.
Oh.
I was asked to be here, and then now I'm asked to leave. Apparently, I don't understand.
That's not what I said. I just said we're gonna get canceled because of you. I didn't ask you to leave.
I'm guessing you'd like to keep the show.
I mean, and quite frankly, I didn't really ask you to be here either. It's just one of those things
That's
that
not true.
Put out into the ethos, and if you show up, you show up. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to actually show up.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he was here much more on time today than he is like 98% of the time.
Thank you, Tom.
Like, if we're being fair today.
No, Derek, if it wasn't for Tom, things would be so much worse for you. You know, like
I
agree. So nice to everybody.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So I bring up Vince McMahon because I really need to get Tom's opinion on this. So, he was doing red carpet interviews or whatever. And they said, oh, you know how you like being over here in the Arabia of Saudi? And old Vinnie Mac said, this is WWE's new home.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. What's that all about? Is he senile? Is he like?
I think he's just trying to trigger me, if I'm being honest.
So you think he woke up yesterday and said, you know what there, pal? I'm going to piss off that Tom guy there. And
that's exactly what I think he...
That's good shit.
That's exactly what I think he wanted to do. I think he was like, if I piss off that Tom guy, it's going to be some good shit, pal. So, we're Saudi Arabia is the home of blood money. I mean, they've paid him a lot more than I ever have, so I could see that.
That's not true. You pay your $9.99 every month, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, but they gave him like $1 billion or two, like just. I mean, it was soaked in blood, but I mean, they gave it to him.
I mean,
they pulled it out of that glowing orb.
He doesn't care where it comes from, pal.
No, he doesn't care, and he doesn't care if it's soaked in blood either. I know. Just saying.
I mean. I feel like you're the only person that is concerned if your money has blood on it.
Apparently I am. Apparently it's just down to me I'm the only one who cares about the blood money anymore. It's just me. But that's fine. It can be just me. Look, I can't let Vince McMahon trigger me all the time and get into my head about this Saudi Arabia shit. Okay? I can't just be like, you know what? God dang this Vinnie Mac guy and all this blood money. I'm not going to watch because I'm not going to watch. It's going to be on at like 2 p.m. on a Friday, and I have to work because I'm an adult who has a job. But I realize they paid him $2 billion so that they could do that. And he doesn't give a shit if I watch because he's already got his money, and he's already put it through the washing machine, get the blood off of it so that it spends nice and smells not quite of, mangled corpses. And That's all there is to it. He's just, he's gonna do what he's gonna do until he keels over. And now he's starting to look a little bit like Mr. Burns, but that's neither here nor there. And I don't know, man. I don't like it. I realize that he said, "Oh, now Saudi Arabia's our home," but that maybe they can leave him there and then bring everybody else back to the States.
Did he legit say Saudi Arabia is our home?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. See, I told you he didn't fucking pay attention to anything that happened, Tom.
I mean, I wish I didn't pay attention. I wish I wouldn't have seen that. But
I mean, he hung out with Eminem.
Yeah, he didn't have a clue who he was.
He doesn't have to. He's Vince McMahon, damn it.
Ha ha. That's good shit, pal.
Mm-hmm.
White rapper. You. Yes, come.
Oh, yeah.
What's
John
up,
Cena.
my word I should say?
Are you you're the doctor of thugonomics? Huh? Word life.
Say, Vince is down with rap music. He loves John Cena.
Yeah, he loves what makes him money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he don't care. He loves John Cena.
There seems to be a lot of I don't care in the air these days, I mean,
I care.
I just simply don't. I don't. Listen, if somebody wanted to give me $1 billion and it was soaked in blood, I'm going to take it today.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I would offer up my washing machine. I would do it.
So you would launder the money?
Yeah.
Literally. You would put it in the laundry.
Would not be a question, Smithers.
I fucking can't stand this guy. So, listen, Tom, I'm surprised. I don't know what to do here because, you took the high road. I was not expecting you to take the high road here.
And what? Say that they gave Vince money soaked in blood and that I shouldn't let him trigger me. I don't know that I made a blood money joke. I don't know how I took the high road. That was clearly the road I was going to take was the blood money.
It's the high road for you. It's with the blood money. What
you're saying is you had much lower expectations.
God damn, dude! I was figuring that we were going to get at least 14 minutes out of a rant.
You thought I was going to get.
You know what I mean?
All right, let me put this into perspective.
No, it's too late now, pal. Jiminy Christmas. I gotta fucking sit here and beg.
We are pretty much.
Now I've got to do it.
We are only going to see combat sports and pro wrestling, basically in Saudi Arabia. They're writing checks, and those guys are out there wanting checks. The other part of that story is that Vince McMahon helped Dana White get some Saudi blood money while they were over there too. Sign a little dealio. So, it's it is what it is. And if there's dudes fighting, there's going to be grimy dudes in the background like Vince McMahon and Dana White. Looking to wringing their hands and kissing the rings on the Saudi princes and touching the big glowing orb to get them those Saudi paydays. They don't mind flying to Saudi Arabia.
They don't because they're guaranteed to come home.
Dana White,
all the wrestlers might not, but disease. The wrestlers might not all make it home, but they're billionaires.
Hey, that was one time. Okay.
Out of they've only done it. They haven't even done it 10 times. You telling me 10% of the time it could go get fucky?
It could happen every time.
So there's a 90% chance everybody's going to be fine. Is what you're saying. I don't like those odds, really.
You guys want to go to North Korea? That's fun. Let's do that.
That's next. Is North Korea.
Yeah, Tony Khan's going to probably be the one that goes there.
He'll be like, they did Saudi Arabia? We're going to North Korea.
Fuck it. Hold my beer.
Exactly. Just go to North Korea. We'll be fine.
It's been a week whenever I'm just toting a bottle of whiskey.
I don't know you.
What?
I got some zombie dust.
Yeah. What do you
And
have
it's
in your
spooky.
sippy cup over there, huh? You got some appy juice?
Happy juice.
Tea.
Huh? You fuck?
He's
Just
got to put
tea.
happy juice in the
Huh?
tea.
You got appy juice?
By order of the government, I am not allowed to have anything but tea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Where's
that's
your
right.
teardrop?
That's right.
Are we not allowed to do that yet?
As of Wednesday.
So next week.
Yes.
All right, that's fair.
You fuck. Fucking can't stand you,
Only
bro.
apple juice
Fucking
and tea.
fuck stick.
Is it?
You know,
is it
I'm here only
iced?
to piss Walt off.
Is it
Yeah.
iced tea?
Bless America.
No, I don't put ice in it now.
It's hot tea.
It's just out of the fridge.
It's just porch tea.
Uh,
yeah,
okay.
or
Down
on the
there in the
floor.
holler, they got porch tea.
they got porch
Okay.
tea down the holler.
Down there in the holler.
Room temperature, bud. Room temperature.
Brews in the sun on the porch. It's porch tea.
That's whenever you put lemon in it, you son of a bitch.
Wait, there's a. Okay. I mean, did you brew the tea while you played your banjo?
He's actually talking about the instrument. He's not talking about that little hang down you got going on down
I'm
there.
confused because I mean that's kind of the sound I make.
That's the sound your penis makes. It
Yeah.
plays
It
plays
whips out
liver.
because
it plays Deliverance. That's impressive. Actually, now I kind of want to see that. Next time we're together, Derek.
This is why I don't go to the bathroom at
Get that banjo all tuned
that
up. People are like,
restaurant,
who's
'cause
fucking
I'm
playing a
con-
banjo
I'm
over
scared.
there? Some guy shook his wiener by the thing, and I heard
God.
ding 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 ding. What? What just happened?
Oh, you just wait. I'm gonna get up to go use the restroom, and I'm gonna go over to the bar station and be like, "Hey, can you guys play this?" And dance to it.
And they're gonna be like, "Get out of here, you weird little goofball."
Right, we're like, "Nah, I fucking hate you, but you come here often enough, fine."
Get out of here, you weird little dickhead. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We've lost Walt.
We've broken him. This is perfect. All right, so, what do you think about the new Tekken 7?
Tekken 7's not new. It came out in like 20.
Tekken 8.
It's not out yet. Next year.
Well, yeah. Do you want to play it? Do you want to play Street
mean,
Fighter
probably.
6? I've been
What?
playing it, and you don't play with me.
What have you been playing? Street Fighter 6?
Street Fighter 6?
It's because I put Street Fighter 6 on the shelf because I had other shit to do. I beat Spider-Man 2. It was real good. I got more. I got to finish up my Mortal Kombat season. I got to finish getting all the cosmetics.
Yay.
Anyway, there was more wrestling, by the way, after we've soaked ourselves in blood money from Saudi Arabia.
It was a good soak.
Uh-huh. Any relation to Lawrence of
I
Arabia?
got in all the
You think
creases.
there's anybody over there named Lawrence? You think that's who Vince McMahon deals
the
with?
creases of the blood money.
Old Larry of Arabia? Maybe his son? Maybe Lawrence of Arabia was like a long time ago. Maybe his son, like...
I can't wait to eventually show my kids when I'm like, yeah, watch me say all the creases of the blood money were shoved into my orifices. This is going to be great. All because Walt sat there silently like a son of a bitch.
He's just curious as to where we're going to go from now. He's like, I'm just going to see what happens next because I don't really know, but they're going to say something and it's going to be gold. And I can just see it coming. Tom's got this twinkle in his eye, or maybe that's the reflection.
You're
off my
twinkling.
monitor. It's the reflection off my monitor. And
You came here to talk pod and chew bubblegum, and you're all out of
bubble gum. It's true.
Hey, so we have a new NXT Women's Champion.
We do.
Yeah, that was trash.
Oh no, that was a good match. It was kind of a quick roll up there at the end, but it was
So
interesting.
Derek, what is your beef with Lyra Valkyria?
What At what point have any of us decided to say, "Oh, I think Lyra Valkyria should be the next NXT Women's Champion"?
They've been pushing her for a couple.
No, but okay, but none
months
of us have been like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. That's a good one. Yeah, we should do that." Yeah, no, this is.
I mean, we're not the bookers, pal. We're not.
She's not ready. She's not doing anything.
I mean, we'll see what happens then.
How did this happen? How is it that LA Knight, who we all know is ready, is
Yeah.
100% ready, should
Yeah.
happen? Yeah, that can't happen. But Valkyrie, Hezbollah, whatever her name is,
Lyra
Lyra
Valkyria.
Valkyria.
from
Hezbollah.
Dumbledore, Germany.
Hey,
Sucks.
you're not getting a pop out of me for Dumbledore, Germany.
I don't
all right?
want your pop.
No
You're
more.
not useful. This is trash. I even said it in the text. I was like,
Yeah.
yawn.
That's why I brought it up.
What are
pal.
we doing? What are we doing? This is terrible.
Punishment.
Is that all you got?
Seriously?
I mean, definitely live in a point in time where NXT is clearly in flux, right? Like we're trying to figure out what the next coming is. All right, you've got Roxanne
Oh, is
Perez
that
who's
it?
clearly ready to move to the main roster. I
Yeah.
mean, JC Jane and fucking what's her nuts, the Gigi Dolan, the hot one. You know, they've kind of lost all their steam and all their momentum. They're doing some weird shit. with
JC
JC
Jane's
Jane.
over here with the.
But JC Jane's trying to get.
It's terrible.
Yeah, JC Jane's trying to get
She's
somebody
You know
else.
what I mean? Like clearly the women's division has been just suckled from by the main roster. Triple H got all of his girls up there now. Okay, he's got all of those folks that he invested time and money into during his run as the head honcho down there NXT.
But all the
right?
girls he signed, basically.
Yes. So now they're all up
Everybody
on the main roster, just living their best life. Okay. And we've got Becky Lynch carrying the title for a couple of months, trying to figure, hey, we got to figure something out here. Oh, look at this. Another Irish chick. I'm going to lose to her. Put her over. Hey, we still don't know what's happening with Jade Cargill.
Here's
going
the
Raw.
thing, though. I had no
going
idea
NXT.
she was even an Irish chick until a news story today.
Really?
Then you're not paying attention, bro.
The problem is
How much attention do I need to pay?
The problem is
I'm
that
not
you
trying
don't
to
watch NXT. Had you watched NXT, you'd have known she was Irish.
I should
Christ.
not have to be that involved.
You shouldn't have to
I
watch.
shouldn't have to watch wrestling to talk about wrestling.
It's
That's
a
what he's saying. That's what
third-hand
he's saying.
story. It's a third-hand crap
Bro,
story.
He literally gets on the microphone and says, "Oh, growing up just down the road from Becky Lynch, oh, she's a local hero." You gotta really pay attention to that one, pal.
That's crap. It's crap.
No, what's crap is your take. All right, your crap, your take is crap. All right, your brain is fucking crap. All right, like pay the fuck attention. Why don't you watch something more than fucking AEW fucking bullshit Rampage Dynamite bull fucking hockey GCW fucking barbed wire deathmatch bullshit. All right, and fucking pay attention to what's really happening in the
Exploding
goddamn
butthole
world.
death match. I want that T-shirt.
America.
America. Exploding butthole death match.
Fucking
a
shake
shirt?
your fucking head at me, you stupid fucking mug.
No exploding buttholes. I have a take that's better than this. So I'm gonna half agree with Derek in that I didn't see it coming.
Shocking! You got
Hold
to
on,
powder his.
hold on.
You got to powder his ass too.
Half. It was definitely a shocking win. I didn't think, however, I didn't think that Becky was, and when it went on last though, I kind of thought it might be coming because one, they've been pumping Lyra Valkyria up for a little while. It's been a few weeks, maybe about a month. They've been
It's
pumping her
hardly
up.
a while, pal. All right, like
Well, I mean, before that too, but really in the last month, it's really picked up. She's been getting time every week. She's been getting win after win after win. She's been getting a microphone, stuff like that. So it's really like, I'm not shocked. I also wouldn't be shocked if she doesn't hold on to it forever. Because like you said, they're just trying to figure out what they're doing with the women's division down there in NXT because they're ready to move a bunch of people up. And I don't really know. They've lost all the steam between JC Jane and Gigi Dolan.
Sounds like we're trying to figure out what to do with our women's division too. You two over here fucking powdering each other's asses. Derek, is there fucking some Johnson & Johnson on that shelf behind you so you can fucking put it on your booty hole?
No.
I think I have the Equate brand. It's a little cakier, but it's all right. So when I think that now that it's evened out, I think that in ring she's very good. Her promos are still very not great, but we'll see. I liked the Jade.
Are they not great? Are they not great because they're not great, or are they not great because she sounds like a marbly mouth fuck?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I think it's the marbly mouthness that like trips her up because she doesn't quite have. And Drew McIntyre spoke about this before too. Is that sometimes people's accents are so thick that they need to sort of learn how to enunciate things in order to be able to speak on a microphone. And she just doesn't very well. And that's no shame to her. Sheamus doesn't either. But Shamey makes it work. She just hasn't found her voice necessarily yet. But that doesn't mean that she shouldn't. I think that her in-ring is pretty good. She clearly put on a pretty good contest with Becky Lynch there. And I'm interested to see where this goes. I don't know that she's like a draw yet, but we'll see what she does with the title. Maybe she'll have a great title reign. Maybe it'll be real quick and she'll drop it to Jade Cargill.
That's very optimistic, Tom.
Look, I like what's been happening, and I like the matches she's been putting on over the last couple of months. So while I do think this was a little bit sudden, at the same time, I don't necessarily think that it could be a bad thing. It might turn out to be a good thing. Maybe, she's just somebody needed to take the ball and run with it, and she was like, I'm ready. I can do this. Let's see what she does. I mean, maybe she will. We'll see what happens this Tuesday. I'm
well, nothing's going to happen this Tuesday because it's part 2 of Halloween Havoc. They're not going to. They're not going to parade her out in the middle of that nonsense.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. It is part 2 of. You sure that? I mean, they might give her a promo or something.
I surprised Amanda Halloween or something.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, they might do that.
Oh, goddamn Mongolians try to tear down my she wall.
She's Irish. Mongolians take down shitty wall.
Mongolians, shitty wall.
The Mongolians never invaded Ireland, unfortunately.
Oh, goddamn Mongolians! Who's deaf? Derek's deaf.
So it's not me. There's no sound in here.
To be that inept at computers when your career is computers,
You're an IT.
It is.
Just alarmingly disturbing.
It's computers, not my computer.
At least it's not a cop. Taser, bang, 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 bang. That'd be Derek.
Oh, goodness fucking gracious. Hey, so Phil's still in the rumor mill.
Oh, fucking Phil. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
talk about Phil.
Like, everybody really thinks Phil's coming back to WWE.
You think?
In WWE, well, I don't think he is. I think that they're good with Phil Brooks. I think they're good. I don't expect to see, for those at home, Phil Brooks and CM Punk. Okay, you don't have to Google it. It's CM Punk. Okay.
Hey, the marks know that now. Okay?
Do they though? What if we got a new subscriber who had never seen our show or wrestling before?
But the marks know.
All right, that's fine. Anyway, so good old Philly Phil is not going to WWE. I would bet anybody a beer on that there's no way he's going. They do not want his bullshit.
April,
Please bring me my bullshit.
I'm feeling rather entertaining today? Go and fetch me Paul. Not Heyman, no. The other one. Listen, I don't know, man. WWE could absolutely say, no, we don't have any fucking interest in that. And then,
No, you're right. And honestly, it would be very WWE of them to say that we're not interested, and to tell the dirt sheets that, and then to absolutely sneak him in and bring him out during Survivor. It would be unbelievably WWE to do that. So I don't know. However, me saying that and putting it out into the ethos probably makes it not true.
Guaranteed. So, I don't know. Listen, I just read this whole thing today, like literally 20 minutes before we came in here, and it was all, he's going to Raw, and it's not confirmed, but there's been talk, and like this is where all the hints are being dropped, and he's definitely going to do it, and it makes total sense, and it doesn't make sense, and I don't know why people are still talking about it, and I hope that after Survivor Series, and definitely, hopefully after the Royal Rumble, Phil Brooks can just slide into obscurity, okay? And
he spent the last 7 years.
He can drown in the waters of irrelevancy that surround the island of relevancy, okay? And he can just fucking go away, and he can just do his D-tier haunted house movies with fucking Walmart masks and Harbor Freight chainsaws. Okay.
And he's gonna be on NWA. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He's gonna make an NWA appearance. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, he really is.
What's he gonna be doing? Is he gonna break
I don't know. I
straight
just
edge
saw
in the balcony with Father James Mitchell doing coke up in the balcony with a bunch of strippers?
That would be
listen, sign me up. I'll pay this. I'll pay the whatever the pay-per-view is for NWA to watch Straight Edge Phil blow coke with James Mitchell and some strippers.
Actually, I'd watch that too. I'd watch that. I don't think that Billy Corgan's going to pay him enough for that, but I would absolutely pay the money.
Well, I mean, clearly he's hard up for the cash if he's going to hang out with Billy Corgan in the NWA.
Well, Billy Corgan had said in the news a couple of weeks ago that he can't pay him what he's worth, but if he wants to have fun, he can come play with NWA. And then this week, we saw them doing coke there on the balcony with strippers. That was great, by the way.
It was good. Listen, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I did want to discuss that. And it's like, listen, Billy Corgan in the NWA got bills to pay just like everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
when the folks aren't walking through the front door to eat the steaks, you still got to fucking take money to that bottom line, And at the end of the day, that's what I think Billy Corgan's trying to do. He's out here. He's just signed a new TV deal, which is gonna get them off of YouTube, and it's gonna get them into some homes, I think, which is a big deal for NWA. Because you and I during pre-pandemic, we ranted and raved about how great the NWA product was pre-pandemic when we started this show, right? And it's since post-pandemic, and
half those guys work for WWE now too,
right? And sans the unceremonious exit of one Nick Aldis, there's really not been a whole lot going on. Cardona went in and won the championship for a couple of months off of Dick Murdoch, which was good, and I mean there was a definite notch in the belt for Cardona, but and the NWA for that matter,
Cardona's run was fun. And
made them kind of relevant for a little bit of time, because Cardona is the king of the indies. So, we can sit here and we can scoff at that all we want. That's true. I mean, he's out there putting all these promotions on the fucking map. But I don't know. I think that if, you had made the comment, there's your edgy crowd. And I think that's what wrestling is missing right now, is something that's a little bit more edgy, something that's a little bit more on the outside looking in, so to speak. I'm going to be interested to see
a little ECW. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Without being so ECW,
right.
I think if we can figure out how to make that more of a presentation as opposed to a way of life, yeah, I'm into that.
Well,
You know?
I don't think they need to go as hardcore as ECW did, because that's just, especially in 2023, that's just too much, right? It's just not. It's just not something that we're going to want to see. However, if they want to have people doing coke with strippers on balconies, whether it's fake,
not just people. Okay, Father James Mitchell.
Right, Father James Mitchell. Yes.
Okay, my man down there living his best life. # YOLO.
He's still enjoying them nose beers, I think. But man, it was I wouldn't hate to see the edgy crowd sort of see them do something that the third promotion would do, right? Like, okay, we don't have the money, we don't have but we can get strippers and blow.
and Reverend James Mitchell.
To
tie it all the fuck together.
Father James Mitchell. He's a father. He's he's Father James. He's not a reverend. I think that's some other religion I don't think that religion does coke, unfortunately, for them.
Do you think the snake people do coke? They're definitely
yeah.
They got to be on something, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Hey, listen, if you're one of them snake people, give us a thumbs up. And
if you know whether or not the snake people do coke, leave us a comment because we'd like to know.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into learning new things.
Me too. That's what I want. I want to learn,
especially when it comes to blow and hookers. I mean,
that's what I'm looking to learn.
You know what I mean? But you know what though, Tom? I'm not mad at what I saw, and I know we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier today, and I think it's good, man. I think it's good for the brand.
No, yeah, I think if they go a little edgier, I think that's really going to help them out, because I think they've been trying to do it sort of the goody two shoes the right way, but like you can't.
No,
you just can't.
No, you really can't.
You really can't unless you've got all the money to just throw money at it and lose money. Like,
well, I mean, they got money for blowing hookers, so I mean,
yeah, I mean that's the budget they're on, blowing hookers. They're not on billionaire. I can buy whatever toy I want money. They're on. We got money. We got $600. What can we do with it? Hookers and blow. All right, let's go.
I have an idea. Oh shit! And the best was you can't do that on YouTube.
You're not supposed to do that at all. They were like, well, we're on pay-per-view, and he's like, I think I want to be up there. Like, what? The commentator's like, can I be up there with the hookers and the blow? Like, oh, okay.
Hey, so I gotta know, and it's like we talked about this, I don't know, a few months ago. How about Ric Flair saying he'd have been okay if he'd have died in the ring?
I mean, I think that's what he's trying to do. It's absolutely what he wanted to. It wasn't his time.
I think he did.
Huh?
I think he did.
I mean, a little bit maybe.
I mean, we saw that match.
I mean, he fell asleep twice.
Fell asleep? Or did he die?
I mean, nobody revived him.
He died.
What do you undie your ball by yourself there while you're holding the tag rope? I don't think that's what happened.
Well, maybe the wrestling gods whispered in his ear, Rick, get up.
He heard,
it's not time yet.
And he kicked out. He kicked out at 2. That's what happened. Twice.
I mean, that all sounds like a real possibility. Listen, we need to ask Derek, because Derek lived on that top turnbuckle.
That's right.
For like 3 hours once. I'm assuming that he met the wrestling ring gods, right? Like he was down there.
I wonder what it smells like in that ring.
What,
it can't smell good, right?
Like Ric Flair ring, or just a ring in general?
Just, I mean, Ric Flair ring particularly. It's
Ric
gotta
Flair
smell-
ring probably smells like icy hot, alcohol, regret, and like bile.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think it smells like without Ric Flair? Like sweat, dirt, and
Yeah,
like
it probably just smells like. You ever been to like a, I don't know, like a cellar gym?
yeah.
I bet you that's what it smells like.
It's. I mean, because they're
Behind
in,
a rickety door.
they're in arenas, so it's probably not as like musty, you know, because them cellar gyms are like wet, like everything's a little wet all the time. So probably not that, but yeah, less mold, probably more dirt.
Well, that's
Blood.
probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Did the lights just go out down there? Can you see Derek in the corner on the bottom?
I don't see Derek.
Look, ready? Look, he's just like he's there, but like the lights went out in the room.
So he shut the lights. He left.
Yeah,
He shut the lights off and went to bed.
like you see what we deal with around here, folks.
He got a text. Come to bed now. And that's it. He's done.
Do you see what we deal with here, folks? And then you want to know why I'm so mean to him. You know, I get hate mail all the time about how mean I am to little Derek. Okay. Now you understand why. This is why. This right here. This is why I'm mean to Derek. Okay. There's just zero.
There aren't even lights on in the hallway. Like you shut the lights off in the hallway.
Just zero regard.
Like he was like he didn't just shut the lights off in the room. He shut the lights off in the hallway. Left the computer on. Lights on.
He's a chooch, you know. He's a chooch.
Hey, I thought the Miz was getting repackaged. He's right here.
Well, I mean, listen, that was a rumor, pal. But
whatever. Fucking
You know,
hell.
I
He was
mean,
arguing with Adam Pearce.
well, he was just in the ring with Gunther and Imperium.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna put the IC belt back on him.
Nah. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the guy to beat Gunther.
Yeah, why not? One of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time.
Yeah, you're right. But he's not the greatest Intercontinental champion.
He's top 5. Easy.
Damn, he really
Easy
is.
top
You're right.
5.
You're right. He really is. And you'd want to have Gunther lose to one of the greatest of all time.
Anytime Miz has the Intercontinental Championship, that belt is exponentially more important because he has it.
I mean, because it's on TV and he's like talking about it.
Yep.
That's why.
And when he's not on TV, he pulls a fucking talking smack interview and just fucking unloads.
He is really much better on the mic than 99% of wrestlers kind of ever.
Yes.
Like he is a top 1%er on the microphone. And in the ring, he's perfectly, especially at what is he, 45, 46?
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
he worked the good chicken shit heel style, man.
Fantastic.
And listen, and I think that's why, like, so what Tom and I are talking about is there's been some rumors that the Miz is going to get repackaged as a possible babyface with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. And I don't necessarily know how that's going to work, right? I mean, Miz has kind of just always been a douchebag chicken shit for pretty much the entirety of his career.
But you know what? His babyface runs, because he was the babyface in his Shane McMahon feud. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was the babyface, but I mean,
It's Shane McMahon.
it's Shane McMahon. So, he did do really well with that, though. You know, the whole best in the world gimmick thing with the trophy and all. That was a pretty good little babyface run, but it's still Shane McMahon. You know, and I just don't know that I'm going to buy The Miz as a viable babyface. Like, what did you say earlier whenever I brought this up in the
What
chat?
did I say? I don't remember.
Oh, you said that the jobber,
Oh, yeah,
jobber bullshit's got to stop.
Yeah. Loudmouth jobber. I think I called him a loudmouth jobber. The loudmouth jobber gimmick has to stop because that's really what it's been. Is that like he talks a lot. He gets like a 5-10 minute promo every week, and then somebody comes out and beats him up. Like Snoop Dogg pinned him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that was impromptu, pal. That
Sure. But Shane was going to pin him.
that was making chicken salad out of chicken shit if I've ever seen it.
Was it ever? It was a memorable moment. It probably
Yeah.
would have been forgettable otherwise.
Yeah, Shane
Shane
McMahon blows
beat
out both quads and
So I hope Shane's
Snoop
okay.
Dogg fucking knocks Miz out, and they, I mean,
I hope Shane's okay because that must have hurt.
this is what happens whenever you get old. You try to do things that you shouldn't be doing, like drop down leapfrog fucking gimmicks in the ring. Yeah.
Got to stretch before you do that, pal.
Listen,
Them quads are those quads are prone to being blown. His fathers did it. His fathers did it when he on live TV too.
how dare you imply that Vince McMahon, the genetic jackhammer, has weak quads?
Well, it's not so much the quads that are weak as the tendons connecting the quads to the bones.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Blasphemy.
Them shits came right off, and then he sat there and yelled at John Cena.
Jackhammer.
And everybody in the back was like, why the fuck's he sitting there? What's going on? And then he walked back to the back of his own accord without quads, somehow. Rolled his ass out of the ring.
He walked back like you ever seen that clip of Patrick and SpongeBob when his pants are at his ankles, walking all straight. That's how Vince walked back to Gorilla.
That's exactly how it was.
Give me a goddamn wheelchair.
Take me to a goddamn medical facility.
A real one, damn it.
A real one.
So Bruce Pritchard addressed that on one of his podcast episodes about when Vince blew both of his quads, and he said that Vince walked through Gorilla, yelled at a bunch of people, walked all the way to his office, and then walked to the car because he refused to let anybody see him in a wheelchair. And he did it with no quads.
No quads.
That's fucking, listen, that's amazing. I mean, Triple H competed, finished an entire fucking match
without one quad.
Without one quad and without one pec at one point.
Yeah.
But that's not as impressive because Cody did it too, and
But Vince walked around and yelled at people with no quads. It was I'm pretty sure he motivated. He moved. He was propelled by pure rage. He wasn't. It was. He was in excruciating pain, but that pain didn't make him sad or it made him angry. And he was the maddest person in that county, probably in that state at the time, maybe in the whole country.
I mean, he was definitely the maddest person in that ring.
Absolutely. Did you notice all those huge dudes?
Oh, God.
They were just staring at him petrified. Those dudes were
Batista and Cena are just like,
yeah. Nobody laughed. How do you not laugh?
right? I mean, he's sitting there in the corner yelling at them.
So mad. How do you not laugh? Nobody laughed. Nobody even hinted at laughing.
You know what happens? They restart the Royal Rumble, right? And Cena and Batista lock up, and they're like, "Oh my God, what was that? What was that? I don't know. Send me into the ropes. We'll catch up."
I feel like
why was he just sitting there? I don't know. Drop down, headlock, stall.
What the fuck happened? Why did he walk funny when he left? Yeah.
Why didn't he stand up? That's so. He was yelling at us, but like he was looking up at us. It was really weird.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could.
You sit, he gets in your face. It's different.
But in all reality, man, I hope that if the Miz does end up with a babyface run, that it's not shitty, because I really like the Miz for who he is, what he's done. You
Well,
know,
and
is it
he's a
too late
likable
for him to
guy.
make the? Is it too late for him to evolve? Do you think?
Well, I mean, I think he's a likable guy too. I don't know. I think if he does it with DIY, particularly they're in the ring right now fighting with Imperium, that might be
Oh, well,
fun.
there you go. That just links it all together.
Yeah, because the Miz cut a little promo before this even started. So
Well, because he had Gunther on Miz TV, but Gunther didn't show up.
yeah. I'm watching in silence, so I don't know what's going on. I can just see let's see who's fighting.
Interesting. So they are going to do it.
I mean, it's possible. At least they're teasing it.
I mean, this is just a tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Just a tip, just to see how it feels. Ooh, feels nice.
So, I don't. I mean, I'm assuming he's not coming back, right? Like,
No, look, the lights are off even in the hallway. He's done. We're done. He's done. He's gone.
I wonder if I made him mad. I was just kidding, pal.
I don't think so.
I was just kidding, pal.
I'm sure something came up.
Was it the Appy Juice comment? I bet you I hurt his feelings with the
That
Appy
might have
Juice.
been it. He might have wanted some happy juice, and he was like, "God damn it!"
Now I feel bad. Maybe I took it too far this time, Tom.
We've gone too far.
Hey, so the internet's mad.
Okay, they're always mad. What are they mad about this week?
I don't really know why they're mad, but they're mad because Roman Reigns is still the undisputed Universal Champion, and he's like on TV like once every 3 months now, and everybody's mad about it.
He's been on TV like the last 2 weeks. He's back. He just took a break.
Yeah, but everybody's mad that he's part-time champion.
Remember when he made fun of Brock Lesnar for that?
I do remember when he made fun of Brock Lesnar for that. And you know who else made fun of Brock Lesnar for that? Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins isn't a part-time champion.
No,
Seth Rollins also makes fun of Roman Reigns for being a part-time champion.
He does.
I think the fact that Roman Reigns is a part-time champion, that makes Seth Rollins feel a little bit more important. So maybe Seth should just shut the fuck up.
I think it makes Seth Rollins infinitely more important. And I think in the long term, I think if we're talking legacy as well, I think it makes Seth Rollins more important, if we're being honest. I think that puts him, you know how we always, when we talk about Hulk Hogan, we often talk about Macho Man as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think that puts those two together even more solidly than it does Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. I think it makes them even more on the same level. You know what I mean? A little bit less like we always talk about Hulk Hogan being the number one and Macho being number two. But I think it really kind of puts them both as like Roman's number one and Seth's 1.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So but as far as the internet being mad about Roman Reigns and not, what do they want him to do? At this point, they're not just going to have him drop it on SmackDown or on some random pay-per-view. He's only going to drop it at a WrestleMania. That's the only time it's going to happen.
But what if? Because, now hear me out. Okay? What if LA Knight does do it in Saudi Arabia? Now, I understand that it's a complete long shot, right? But Shawn Michaels won the World Heavyweight Championship in the first ever Elimination Chamber. Nobody saw that coming either.
I mean, but who'd he beat?
He beat Triple H. and
Yeah.
Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio and RVD in an Elimination Chamber match.
That was a big. That was. It's not the same. Triple H wasn't on a record-breaking, world-beating streak.
No, but he was the fucking game. Cerebral assist.
Nah, and they were also hot. They were also hot potato in the title a ton back at that point in time.
Not that one. No. Are you sure?
I mean, not that one. Weren't there still two at that point in time?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember specifically. You might be right, but I think at the same time, if they put it on LA Night, does he get a big pop? Yeah, I think he does. I don't know. It feels. It would feel squandered to me because it would happen at like 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon. I don't know. I don't think they'll do that. I just don't. Not to say that I couldn't be wrong. I can't see that being the thing.
I love that. That's where your mind went with that, right? It's like, yeah, it's fucking gonna be 2:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. Like, that's not fucking prime time for a gigantic title change.
It's not. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. I like your take.
Just saying, it's not going to happen. Nobody watches those shows for the most part.
I'm sure somebody does. I watch them just after the fact.
Right. Nobody watches them live.
I mean, somebody does.
I mean, a few people.
Somebody has to.
I mean, those people in Saudi Arabia watch it.
I mean, maybe the basement dwellers.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't know about them.
Mom, meatloaf.
Ma, bathroom.
So I don't. Damn it, Tom. Why do you do that?
Do what? I don't do nothing.
Like, why do you do that?
Ma, bathroom. Did I recall Derek?
No, just the 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon thing, man. Fucking just pooped in my Cheerios, bro.
You had more to say about it, and I pooped in Cheerios. That's what
pooped in my Cheerios.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know that you had a very strong argument otherwise.
Nah, I mean that makes a lot of sense though, pal. I mean, it makes fucking a lot of sense. You know what didn't make sense though? Did you watch fucking Collision?
I watched half of it.
Did you see the goddamn dumpster fire that they trotted out there for the women's fucking championship?
Oh, it was a hardcore match, right?
Yeah.
It was like a spooky hardcore match.
It was a Halloween street fight or some shit.
Yeah. And it was
all tricks, no treats, or whatever the fuck they called it.
Whatever they called it. No, I didn't pay attention to it because it was. I mean, obviously, I don't like those kinds of matches anyway. And who was in it? Sheeta, because Sheeta
and Abaddon.
Oh yeah, that was a garbage match.
Yo, Sheeta gave herself a coochie buster off the top fucking.
Oh great, yeah, because that's what I wanted to watch.
Was the Dollar Tree broom.
Sheeta hurt herself in a garbage match with Abaddon, who barely gets television time. And certainly wasn't
about. Did look like Spawn, which was dope.
I mean, Abaddon always looks cool. I feel like I like the gimmick a lot. It's just not. You
and then the bell rang.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she's not like her wrestling's mediocre, at best, and Sheeta's not very good either. So it wasn't like either of them were carrying that match, and it was some kind of weird, spooky street fight, and it was just. You want to turn me off really fast to a women's match, make it a hardcore match, and put two women in it that barely get any TV time. One of them whom I despise in Hikaru Shida, because I don't like I don't know how she keeps getting worse at wrestling, but somehow she does. And Abaddon, who
is hot though.
Who, Shida or Abaddon?
Sheeta's hot. I mean, Abaddon's fucking, I mean,
I don't really have a thing.
I've seen non-makeup pictures of Abaddon. I mean, she good looking too.
I don't really care.
you know, I mean, she's not the type of girl you bring home to meet your mom, but you know, I mean,
I don't know. I'll let my mom meet it. My mom make friends with everybody. That's who she
yeah,
is.
man, you don't bring that kind of girl home to meet your mom, bro.
No,
That's
certainly
just
not.
one that you have a good time with. You know what I mean? That's really what that comes to. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Dun 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 dun. Dun. I love that you gave me the shush finger the entire time you were at the door, and you pulled a Derek. Yep.
I didn't give you the shush finger. I just gave you the one. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I just sang the Undertaker song.
Okay, look, Evie knocked on the door. She's
Oh,
like,
okay. So, okay. Yeah,
she
that's
says,
perfect.
I can't fall asleep. And I'm like, it's been bedtime for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Try harder.
Yeah, bro.
Her bedtime's 9. It's been bedtime for 1 minute.
Yeah, these damn children. I love them.
Whatever. It's
God,
not gonna be your bedtime when we take him to Collision in next month.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time, Tater.
It's gonna be a good time. Put Evie with the other little kids. It'll be fun. She'll entertain. They'll be entertained by her.
Yeah.
Little kids love Evie. She's their favorite.
Yeah.
They just come after her and they're like, Evie, Evie, Evie. She's like, Minions.
She's like, hey, Daddy, it's 9:31. I can't sleep.
That's what she said. She's like, she wants me to give her melatonin. I'm not giving her melatonin. That's not. I get it, but no. Go to bed.
Nope. Ah, fucking Derek. You know.
Are we still staring at?
Oh yeah. I'm looking at it.
He's gone.
Hey, so we kind of touched on it, but we didn't really get into the meat and potatoes of it. Ric Flair made his AEW debut.
He sure did.
Woo.
He was Sting's present? That's weird. That was weird.
Real weird.
It was, I mean, I can't be the only like I was only half paying attention, but like I can't be the only person that thought this is weird. Ric Flair's a present, an almost 80-year-old man is your present. Like that just proves to me that Tony Khan thinks of everybody, all of these wrestlers, as like his fun little toys.
Yeah.
It's just in the way they described it, the way that he had, what's his Excalibur describe it was literally like, oh no, yeah, Tony really does think of them as toys. I mean, unless he's leaning into it, but still, that's not the thing you lean into. It's just his mindset.
I mean, interesting, man. Like the thought process. What? It's almost disturbing that Ric Flair was considered a gift. It's
To
like
Sting?
some homoerotic shit.
Kinda.
I got you a gift.
There's your gift. Here's your gift, Sting.
Sure, boy.
Thank Daddy Tony for your gift.
You remember the name of Tony Khan.
Speaking of people doing blow with hookers up in the
Yeah, man, I figured he'd be all over that, right? He's probably like, sign me up. Somebody get me James Mitchell's phone number.
He was like, how did we not do that first? And they were like,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers would not let us do that. And then he was like, oh, man. Can't do that on YouTube.
So there's all kinds of shit going around about the AEW creative process right now.
Yes, there is. Oh boy, let's get into
And
this because this is the meaty potato of the week here, boy.
So, you know, we've been kind of questioning the AEW creative process for some time now.
For years,
And it feels like just recently, you know, somebody's been saying no. Okay, and that somebody was CM Punk. And then for a little while, it didn't feel like anybody was saying no. And now we're kind of people are saying no, except to Coochie Busters off the top rope.
I don't think they asked about that. I think that was I think that was a spur of the moment decision, and I think everybody regretted their decision immediately because I saw that.
You don't think that Shida and Abaddon went back behind the curtain and were like, "Hey, great match, thank you, appreciate you, huh? Man, we really burned that barn with our fake fucking spider web and our fake headstones." At one point, they're swinging a fucking foam headstone, and fucking who was Nigel? Oh, breaking stone, and then somebody's like, "No, that's foam." That's embarrassing.
That whole match was embarrassing. I mean, look, everything AEW's done lately has been like so hit and miss, and every time they're onto something good, that person gets hurt. So I mean, at this point, they may as well just slap each other with foam fingers because that's really all that's happening in AEW at this point. I feel like they've, we used to complain about Jon Moxley coming out and bleeding like 3 minutes into every AEW anything.
Yes.
But even that's dried up. Like I can't even look forward to Jon Moxley bleeding. It's just somebody's gonna like hit somebody with a foam bat, and
Yeah, that's painted like a real bat.
It's painted like a real bat, but it's gonna bend and it's gonna squeak. It was like, oh, I thought that was a real bat. No. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's been a bad month, we'll say, for AEW. Maybe more than a month. It's been not great. Like, there's been high spots. Like, MJF's still doing pretty good stuff, but it just, like, I feel like they're just out of. It's just like, all right, MJF, you got to carry this whole thing because if your segment's not great, this show is a solid D, and that's all we got. Some solid D.
Well, a lot of people like a solid D. I mean,
not me.
No, definitely not me.
No. Like a moist V.
Yeah, me too.
Moist.
Me too.
Moistus Alou.
Hey, real quick before we pivot back to Tony Khan and the creative issues that are going on with AEW, what did you think about the Swerve Strickland in Adam Hangman Page's house package thing?
About him in his house. I mean, it's just so over. Like, WWE does that shit all the time.
Yeah, but I really liked it.
I mean, it was good, right? It was a shining spot, but it was clearly like a very, hey, WWE does this, let's just try this kind of a thing. That's all I could think of was when, what was it? Who was in Edge's house? Was it Randy Orton?
No, it was Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah, when Seth was in Edge's house, when Triple H invaded whomever's house, when Samoa Joe was at AJ was knocking on AJ Styles. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, it was good though.
That's what I was thinking about when that's what they did. But it was good.
Yeah.
But it was good because it had been done before and it was good before, and they just did the thing that was good and they did it again. And I realize that's what wrestling is, but it was like one of those things that it was like, oh, WWE does this all the time, and yeah, it's fine when they do it, and it was going to be good, and it was good, but it just felt very WWE to me.
Well, I really enjoyed the
which I guess is kind of a compliment.
Yeah, sure. I enjoyed the Twix reaction that occurred after Christian Cage said if there was a God, Ric Flair would have died 20 years ago, and somebody had tweeted that out and said that it was the biggest abomination in pro wrestling history, and that whatever. And Swerve Strickland tweeted and said, "Hold my beer," and then his segment aired. And I just thought that the use of the internet beforehand was actually very, very brilliant.
It was, and I'm glad that he did that and like tried to like get some heat off of what, but it's not. it's to me it just felt like not the same level. You know what I mean? It was like
less than.
Christian was straight up like, there is no God, because Ric Flair's right there, and like, it's, you know, say what you will about Swerve Strickland, but Christian is on. He's the other shining star of AEW right now. He's on a different level right now. He's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, and you know, he is a joy to watch on television. I gotta say, he is a joy to watch. The Christian segments are worth seeking out. There's like with AEW particularly, it's like you don't necessarily have to watch it live. Just go to YouTube and like pick like, okay, where's the Christian segment? Where's the MJF segment? And, you know, look through and see if there's like something like, oh, I want to see Adam Copeland, or I want to see, you know, maybe see Swerve or whatever, or Samoa Joe. But like the rest of it's nonsense. Like you have to like wade through. What do they have? 5 hours of television now?
Yes.
You've got to wade through. They've probably got an hour of really good, solid television every week. So there's 4 hours of bullshit scattered across 3 television shows between Wednesday and Saturday. And, you know, an hour of it's pretty good, pretty compelling television. But the other 5 hours are just fucking trash.
Man.
Is that not a fair assessment of the current product? Because there is some good happening. But it's about 1/5 of what's actually happening is good.
Well, and that's because there's Vince McMahon creative changes that are occurring fucking like 10 minutes before the show, and folks don't know what they're doing. So that tells me that there's something happening backstage, that somebody's trying to drive the ship. You know, and some would like to tell you that Tony Khan withholds all the creative until the show starts because he's tired of the dirt sheets getting all of the tea, the heat.
Yeah.
You know, and they would suggest that that's why. Maybe it's because he hasn't learned to balance his habit.
Yeah.
With his company.
I mean, so the other thing too is that the wrestlers get a lot of their own creative freedom. So they're also being asked. This is just what I had read. They're being asked late as well as to what they're doing, what's going on. So it's sort of a like everything is happening later and later. Cans are getting kicked down the road. Things are happening. Things are getting torn up. Things are getting redone. People get hurt. Obviously, people keep getting hurt. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, Bryan Danielson just
out again. Orbital bone, broken orbital bone.
A lot of people are salty about this, right? Like, oh, Okada's been in 3 matches and he's hurt 3 people. But then you get the people that are like, his face was fucking broke in the tag match like fucking 4 days ago. Like, Then I saw a thing they were worried about him not being able to come back from because of concussions.
I mean, clearly nobody's being protected in AEW. I mean, I think that's painfully obvious. Poor Dante Martin.
Well, you do stupid shit.
I mean, he did it to himself. Truthfully, like nobody broke him. He broke himself. Him and Gravity.
Oh, let's see here.
But it's not. It's like, but no, the Bryan Danielson thing. Like, Bryan Danielson's one of those guys that needs to be told no.
Yeah.
Because he keeps getting himself hurt. You know, and I think that because he broke his arm, and so he was out for 8 weeks with a broken arm, and now busted orbital bone. He's going to be out another 6 to 8 weeks with that. I mean, luckily it's broken bones and not like it's things that heal. Although I think he has to have surgery, right, on the orbital bone.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what happened to when Mabel hit the Undertaker. That's what happened to him. So,
yeah, but then we got Phantom of the Opera Taker.
We did. Got that sweet, sweet mask.
I mean, which is a whole like era in and to itself, you know.
I mean, it was only a couple weeks, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an iconic Undertaker look, pal.
I mean, everything the Undertaker did was iconic.
Well, it's because he's one of the best big men of all time.
Arguably the best. Well, Andre, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Taker
Bam
better
Bam's
than
on
Andre?
the list.
Huh?
Is Taker better than Andre?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
I mean, I think at this point, I think with the longevity's sake, I think yes.
I would say yes. But I think Andre is also one of those folks that's just kind of in a class of their own. Like, there will just never be another him. I mean, Big Show was close, but you know they really fucked the Big Show up the way they presented him in both companies.
I mean, Big Show was fucked up before he even came to WWE too. I thought his initial presentation before he became the Big Show, when he was just, oh my God, that's Paul White. Like when he came out of the ring there and just was like, you know, and then
that was a great debut.
Oh, great debut, and
they stood there Stone Cold, threw him through the cage.
Yeah, I thought it was great. You know, I think it was really more later when, because I mean, he had a 20-year career. You know, they just swapped him babyface, heel, babyface. It was like he was like Natalia.
Yeah.
As far as that's concerned, like, no, you didn't know if he was a babyface or a heel.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, nobody knew. He was just whatever you needed him to be that week is what he was. And you know, not to say that he had a bad career. Clearly, he had a 20-year career, and he was on TV every week. But he even had a sitcom on Netflix for a minute that wasn't funny. But the Big Show
I liked that show. It was cute.
It was cute, but it wasn't funny.
Me and the girl watched that.
But it wasn't funny. I mean, it was fine. I watched it. I'm not saying I didn't watch it. Obviously, I watched it. It just wasn't that funny. It was just one season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, WWE shortly signed with or got in contract talks with Peacock.
Let's just check. Oh, still.
No, nothing's happened.
No, just nothing.
Nothing's happened there.
Just, I mean, it's just blasphemy, you know? I mean, I just don't.
He didn't even tell us goodbye. Hey, that's me. Hi.
Hey, that is you. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
He didn't even tell us goodbye.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm a fucking turd.
I wish he'd have told us goodbye.
I just wish he wasn't a fucking turd.
I wish he'd have said goodbye. I wish I'd have got a chance to say goodbye. But as far as the AEW booking has been concerned, yeah, it's been. I mean, it's always been all over the place. They're trying to rein it in, I think, and maybe that's why they're only actually getting an hour's worth of television done every week instead of 5 hours worth, and they're just trying to sprinkle it across 3 shows and hoping to limp into, you know, the holiday season and early next year so that maybe they can get things sorted out. And
yeah, but I don't necessarily know that they're in a position to do that, pal, with declining ratings and declining attendance. Like, I feel like you can't fucking coast in shit right now.
I don't think they have a choice. I mean, everybody's hurt.
Kenny Omega's not hurt. Kenny Omega put on fucking a couple bangers in
he did
last couple of weeks.
The guy that I did not expect to just step up and be like, hey, we're just gonna put on some bangers. He and on Saturday, he and MJF put on a banger.
They did,
just out of nowhere. They're just out of nowhere. Like the rest of that show was dog shit, but they were like, no, we're gonna put MJF also has been putting in double like extra wrestling.
I mean, he's a champion. He should.
He is. I agree. He's been a fighting champion. That's for sure.
Well, I think right now the state of where they're at, they need him to be.
Oh yeah.
They need him to not be what we expected him to be, and that's a talker that, you know, you have to go through the pinnacle to get to me type deal. Like I think they need him to be exactly what he is right now. And I'm sure that him putting in the extra work, adding a little bit of extra hot sauce to the burrito bebe, I'm willing to bet that doesn't necessarily hurt his stock
No.
with the bidding war of 2024 on the horizon.
And we're about to see money thrown at MJF. Like, I'm not sure Tony's going to pay him. I don't know that he'll be. Part of me thinks he's going to end up in WWE almost 100%, right? Like, in my heart of hearts, I think that WWE would, Triple H particularly, if he has any say in it, would be more than tickled to pay whatever it takes to take the only golden boy that AEW has away from them. Like, they already took Cody. To take MJF it's a death blow.
And they took Jade Cargill too. Let's not forget about that.
And they took Jade Cargill.
I mean, not that, like, in hindsight, we still have questions about that, but
she hasn't wrestled yet. She's really only watched other people wrestle.
But they have definitely positioned her like a motherfucking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And if they did the same thing with MJF, maybe let him talk a little bit, because they've let Jade Cargill talk a little bit. But if they let MJF talk a little bit more, Jade Cargill's she's not a bad promo, but she's not MJF. But so, but no, I think everything they've done with Jade Cargill so far has been pretty much perfect. Like, they haven't exposed her. She's probably, when we don't see her actually training at the Performance Center. But we're just going to see her. We're not actually going to see her wrestle. We're just going to see her places. And, for the next couple of months, she might do one thing here and there, but I don't know that she'll have like an actual big match or anything, like where she has to go for a while. I think they're just going to let her, Performance Center a little while. She'll probably have some matches on Raw. She'll have some matches on NXT. Maybe we'll even see her on SmackDown, but I think there'll be squash matches. She'll squash people like Xia Li and
it's funny that it's funny that you just said both of their names, because I just read that Xia Li kicked Candice in the head, seemingly playing a kayfabe knockout incident with trainers and such.
Yeah, they had Candice back there with ice on her head, but I think that I think that that's who we'll see. We'll see Jade squash people like that for a little bit. Chelsea Green, unfortunately, will probably get squashed. But it's gonna be little things like that, and then maybe they'll have her win a tag team championship with somebody. Maybe she'll make a friend.
No.
That was my first thought. Was that maybe they'll
she
have her.
Need that.
She doesn't need it, but I think the intent would be to put a belt on her, unless they're going to have her beat Lyra Valkyria for the NXT title, which they might. She was in the audience watching when that happened, and they made a point to point that out. So, that could be her first sort of like test the waters, just put the tip in kind of thing. So
yeah, I mean, that would, and I mean, and we mentioned all of this just to circle back to the fact that MJF's going to be a free agent here pretty soon, and if he wasn't already thinking about moving over to the E, a couple of his buddies came over and got positioned like megastars. So, and
American Roller Coaster.
Yeah, that might be a death blow for AEW to lose MJF.
I don't know how they survive without him.
Somebody's going to have to step up in a big way.
I don't know who that's going to be. Adam Cole?
Bebe.
I mean, you're going to bring back, hopefully maybe Kyle O'Reilly's neck will be refused by then. You're going to bring back... you're going to bring back Bobby Fish at 60 years old, or however the fuck old he is now.
Poor Bobby Fish.
It's honestly poor Bob. I could book Bobby Fish to wrestle in my living room right now if I wanted to.
Poor Bobby Fish.
It would probably only cost me like $200 or $300 too.
So listen, at the end of the day, bud, I just hope that AEW figures it out to pull the nose up. And we just get some solid wrestling, because I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Impact moving back to the TNA namesake. Obviously, NWA seems to be pushing the envelope a little bit.
Hopefully
Maybe
they
then-
keep that up. That's what I want to see. I want to see them keep that up. I don't want this to just be a one-time thing.
I agree. That'll get me to watch for sure. Just from the standpoint of they've got some great talent there, but they just need to be something different. And 1970s studio wrestling, while it was a fun identity for them for a little while, it's just not working.
It was fun when they had people who could talk. They don't have that anymore.
No, everybody's gone.
Those guys all work and they're talking in WWE right now.
Well, Tom, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into this whole little match of the week thing and just get on out of here, eh? Hey Tom, what's your match of the week?
My match of the week was the title change, the women's title change on NXT on Tuesday between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, because I'm a sucker for a title change, and I like everything that's been happening. I didn't think that Becky was going to keep that title too terribly long, but she kept eyes on the product, and I'm interested to see where they go now with that. I think dropping it at the first part of Halloween Havoc in the main event, especially if they weren't going to keep it on Becky through the end of the year, I think it was a good idea. Whether or not Valkyria is the correct answer to that, I think we'll see. But I think that her in-ring is very good, and I think...
Well, Tom, I just would like to just disagree with everything that you just said here, okay? Because it's trash, okay? Everything that you said is trash, all right? Is fucking trash, okay? And we just need to go back to Dumbledore, Germany, okay? Because it's trash.
That was a great Derek impression, actually.
Did you like that?
That was actually really good. But no, that was my match of the week. I thought they did good. I liked that she kicked out of the manhandle slam. I don't know that anybody's kicked out of that, have they? Maybe
I believe that somebody has.
Maybe Ronda and Charlotte, probably.
It's a rock bottom. I mean,
yeah.
Or the executed one at that.
Because it's the it's not the rock. It's the manhandle slam.
It's a rock bottom. It's a Uranagi.
No, the Uranagi, there's a spin involved.
It's a Uranagi.
Doesn't Becky land on her knee? Not
yeah.
face down. I think she lands on her knee.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so it's a slam. It's not I don't know why it's a manhandle. I mean, I guess she's the man and she manhandles them. But like a panhandle slam would be like
that's the pump handle.
The pump handle, I guess.
Yeah. It's a catchy play on words, don't you know?
Yeah. Anyway, so many handle slams. Stop slamming your handles down, damn it.
Well, Tom, now that you're done talking about whatever it is that you was talking about over there with the Becky got Baba Ganoush, okay? I'm gonna tell you about some outlaw mud show bullshit that I really enjoyed this week, and that was the women's title match on Collision, Hikaru Shida and Abaddon. Man, it was just so cool with the Coochie Buster from the top rope. That about something. I just wanted to say Coochie Buster again. That was funny. I mean, I
laughed when you said it.
I laughed the first time I said it, but I mean, that's been like fucking 4 days ago I said that. My match of the week was MJF and Kenny Omega.
That was a good one too. That was my other one.
I don't know what's wrong. That's 2 weeks in a row. Kenny Omega's just really piqued my interest in a match of the week scenario. He's out here working hard, man.
They've been good. They haven't been like spirit finger matches. They've been
like best bout machine matches.
Yeah. Where the fuck's this guy been?
Clearly twiddling his twat.
Like this.
I mean, but hey man,
you know what?
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
If somebody needs to put this company on their shoulders, it needs to be Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega.
Somebody's got it. Look, it ain't the Hung Bucks, that's for sure. Did you watch that match this week?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, it sucked. So
I didn't watch Dynamite.
well, it sucked. So it wasn't worth it. Because it blew.
Oh, did not watch the Dynamite.
No, I watched Dynamite sucked. It was not a good show.
Oh.
It was mediocre at best, shitty more than half the time.
Well, that's because everybody got their creative fucking 20 minutes after the show started.
They didn't have a chance to memorize anything.
Yeah.
Can't even go over my routine.
That's a great way to run a performing arts company, you know?
Yeah. Can't even practice their dance routines before the recital.
Damn. Like fucking get the genetic jackhammer out here fucking running shit. You know?
Call it in the ring like men.
I mean that would be okay too, but I think that's a lost art, isn't it? I mean, you hear a lot of guys talk about that.
John Cena calls it in the ring still.
Well, it's 'cause
Audibly.
John Cena's a goat.
Calls it audibly. Headlock!
Those microphones, they gotta turn those microphones down. when he's in the
Power
ring.
slam!
5 moves of doom.
His little
All right.
range punch.
All right, we're gonna fucking get out of here.
All right, I got to piss, so that's good.
Hey, check us out over on Twitter and Instagram at @1_fall_WC. That's ONE. If you're still here hanging out with us, please consider hitting that like button, even that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. If you're hanging out with us anytime, anywhere, we appreciate you. With all that being said, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast. Maybe Derek will be here. Who knows? Maybe he'll make it a whole show.
That
That would
light
be,
will stay on.
you know.